watch a video. Artur Beterbiev and Joe Smith Jr. top knockouts. Yeah, because they got a unification fight coming up. It's going to be Joe Smith, who's got 1 world championship, versus Artur Beterbiev, who brings 2 world championships to the table. And I've seen a little bits and pieces of them, you know, here and there. Like, I know Joe Smith Jr. is the only person to ever knock out Bernard Hopkins, albeit Bernard was 51. I know that Beterbiev is the only current world champion in boxing with 100% KO ratio. So it should be a really entertaining fight. You know, and that fight's, you know, coming up real soon. So I'm going to watch highlights of them both scoring knockouts. And then afterwards, I'm even going to give a prediction as well of who I think is going to win. Okay, this is Joe Smith. This is, yeah, well, that was it then.
Artur Beterbiev, the WBC and IBF world champion, is a can't miss on ESPN.
Yep, should be exciting.
2 belts and the lineal championship on the line.
Okay, who's this? That's Beterbiev.
Clips him with a right hand here in the closing seconds of round number 1. It doesn't take much with this kind of power from Beterbiev.
Yep, there you go. Definitely a puncher, goes without saying. So I think at the moment he's 17-0 with 17 knockouts. Which he's had less than 20 fights, so that's really impressive. The fact that he's a unified world champion already, and he's been a world champion for a while. This is Smith Jr.'s last fight, which I've actually seen this, and he looked really good. But I think, I might be wrong, but I think his opponent here might have been a late replacement. I think he was a late replacement, wasn't he? I think he was supposed to fight Callum Johnson. So it was a really good performance, but I don't believe the opponent he beat was actually a world-class boxer. No disrespect intended. I do love the way Joe Smith Jr. Fights though. Just goes in there, just lets his hands go. Big power puncher. And he's one of those heavy-handed guys where he doesn't actually, I don't think he has to put that much effort into his punches. He's just naturally heavy-handed. And this is Beterbiev's last fight, I believe, Marcus Brown. And Brown is a pretty good boxer. I think he, apart from Beterbiev, he's only ever lost to Jean Pascal. Damn. He's got that relentless pressure thing where he doesn't mind taking shots. You know, he'll walk through a couple to give some. And just like Joe Smith, he's got them naturally heavy hands too. He just has to land really, and then he just, you know, it just really hurts whoever he's boxing. God, he just beat the file out of him. Because he probably could have got up, but I think he just didn't want to. I think he had enough. So it just shows you 9 rounds with him must have been like, must have just been really painful. He just beats the shit out of you. Yep, so Beterbiev is definitely a beast.
In addition to the total punches that we showed you and that advantage he had, when it comes to power punches, Smith Jr. has a 122 to 51
This is a good win
power punch connect advantage.
because
Front leg,
shit.
and then he sends him through the ropes to start round 9.
Because I believe this is the same Alvarez that has a knockout win over Sergey Kovalev.
Swing it back through the ropes, and this fight is over.
So that's a good win, that is.
Joe Smith
On paper, one of his best.
right in hand.
He's right in line to get that second shot. Just a beautiful shot. I mean, Joe
Man.
Smith has been chopping at the tree all night long. That was probably
That right hand must have done, that's the one that did the damage. He looks like he looked like he should have went down from that.
They didn't load up. He just let it go. And because Alvarez is sitting right in front of Joe Smith and hasn't really posed much of an offensive.
I think that was a delayed reaction. I think the damage was the right, and the jab just knocked him over.
And then later he's been taking punishment all
Damn,
night.
right on the
That
chin.
shot may not have knocked Alvarez out.
I think if he hits Beterbiev, he could. I think he's got the power to put Beterbiev down. I think because he's a big puncher himself.
Straight his right hand he threw all night long. Yes, he did. He disguised that right hand with that jab. Disguised it. Came straight down the middle. Later, Alvarez never saw that punch coming. That's why it hurt him, ladies and gentlemen. But at the same time, it was a jab beforehand. Both guys came to the center of the ring at the start of that round. And both guys landed a solid jab. And I saw the reaction from a later. He backed up. And that's when Smith Jr. came forward. Protect yourself at all times.
Okay, this is number one. This is the last one.
Touch club bang at the bell. God bless you. God bless you.
So here we go. Right hand comes in again. Then a short left hand on the inside. Volsnik gets hurt. Volsnik goes down.
I might be wrong, but I think this is when Beterbiev first won the WBC belt.
How you doing, champ? 6, 7. How you doing? Hey, ready to go?
Can Volsnik survive here and make it to these championship rounds? Short left hand. He goes down again. Beterbiev is dominating here. Second knockdown score in this 10th round.
7. Hey, one more chance, fight's over, all right?
One more chance, he says. Trying to come over the top with the right hand. That's it. It's over. Artur Beterbiev is the unified
Doesn't even have to. Yep, doesn't even have to hit you clean.
champion of the world.
Oh, so is that when he unified a couple of his belts? Okay, unified. Yeah.
Dominating 10th round by
Is that when he
Beterbiev.
picked up the RBF belt?
And the team from Montreal is
I don't
celebrating.
know. I can't remember.
He is perfect.
Okay, that'll do then. Yes, so Beterbiev has got that bully style. He just walks you down, and he's relentless. But Joe Smith Jr. is really aggressive too. So I'm gonna make a kind of like a specific pick, and I'm probably gonna be wrong. I think Joe Smith Jr. will hurt Beterbiev, but Beterbiev will still end up winning. I think Beterbiev might go down because Joe Smith Jr.'s got so much power. And I think, Callum Johnson knocked down Beterbiev, but then Beterbiev just got up and wrecked him. And I kind of think something like that might happen, actually. I think Beterbiev late stoppage, but we'll have some moments there when he gets clipped, and I think he'll get hurt too. Might get off the canvas and win. But, I do think he'll leave with 3 belts. WBO, WBA. No, WBO, WBC, and the IBF belts. And then that just leaves Bivol then. And I think that's the best fight that can be made in the light heavyweight division. Beterbiev versus Bivol. That's my pick. Thanks for watching.